Hi everyone, welcome to the Learn, Invest, Grow show. Tay and Adam are here. Today we prepared a little special episode. Adam recently interviewed his father, Dr. Levine, retired dentist, and asked how real estate investing allowed him to achieve financial freedom and no longer financially rely on his dental practice. Personally, I found the entire interview remarkably inspiring and resonating with me to the core. And we thought it may be a good idea to dive into a specific clip from the interview and elaborate. So basically, this is going to be the first of a several series of this kind. That being said, let's jump into the short video first and we'll comment on it afterward.
Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen. Okay, let's do it.
Now, you're doing very well in dentistry. You're doing phenomenal. When you're working as a dentist, how did you get into what motivated you to start getting into investing?
Well, first of all, when I worked long hours to put this practice together and pay all the bills, and I worked evenings and weekends. But what I realized is you can only make so much with your hands. I needed a way to make money, let my money make money for me. So I started investing in real estate.
Okay. Now, typically when you're dentist, you're doing well for yourself. You're a high income earner. Some type of, it doesn't have to be a dentist or a medical professional. Just someone that's doing well financially.
Absolutely.
They teach you what? They teach you to speak to.
All right, so that goes a little bit further, but I just stopped it right there. So what's really interesting about this video is that my father has a twin brother who's an accountant, very smart guy, very, very successful as a CPA. They're both fraternal twins, right? Both born 3/16/1949. And they're both high income earners. Okay, my uncle built a very, very successful accounting firm, multiple partners, recently just retired, sold his partnership. But what's really interesting is my father's an investor, started investing in real estate at an early age. My uncle invested in stocks, right? And what's really interesting is my father retired much earlier than my uncle. I don't, and look, keep in mind, I don't know the difference in salaries, but I know my uncle did very well for himself. But the difference was my father was able to develop passive income when my uncle had to work for his monies. Yes, he had money in stocks, so yeah, he gained a lot of appreciation, maybe little dividends from here. But my father was able, he wanted to figure out a way because he knew he's a very sharp guy. He wasn't taught business in dental school. But what he did realize is that he started reading and Tay, you mentioned this before, the quote, the most wealth is built where?
Yeah, I mean, that's really, really amazing about this video. So your father pretty much reiterated in his own words the same principle from the two incredibly successful legends. Yeah, so as you mentioned, Andrew Carnegie says 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. And Warren Buffett also famously adds, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So your father really resonated with me personally by referencing pretty much like these two quotes. So I think it's a really truly amazing here. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he's a student. He read a lot. He dabbled in stocks, dabbled in other investments. But the one thing that he realized is that through real estate, you'll have cash flow, he'll have appreciation, depreciation, and his money was working for him while he was sleeping. Okay. And look, this really paid off for him. So anybody that's a high income earner, whether you're a doctor, you're an accountant, lawyer, my father is a prime example. I love him dearly, and I really learned a lot from him. And like I said, true story. My father, my uncle, fraternal twins. My father was able to retire at 50 years old. My uncle just recently retired. Okay. And the reason why is because cash flow. He had passive income where he was able to sell his practice and still live off his income. Okay. And he didn't have to worry about depleting his savings or depleting the nest egg that he was able to build. And that was the point of his video, is that he wanted to figure out a way to let his money work for him. So he didn't have to use his hands, his money work for him. And that's the beautiful thing, is that once you build up enough capital, you can let that money work for you. And that's what he did. And he had the tax benefits, and he had the depreciation. And he just bought a house in a country club in Palm Beach County, or Palm Beach Gardens, living a great life. I mean, he's really an inspiration for all of us, or anybody out there. And so I just hope this message resonates with everybody out there. And we're gonna go through this video. There's a lot of things on this video that he talks about. And in fact, I'll even bring my father on to elaborate more about of some stuff that he spoke about. And he's an amazing person. If you ever want to speak with him, by all means, I could always set up a call with him. He's a very nice guy. He's a wealth of knowledge. Any dentist out there, if you want to learn how to build a successful practice, he's the guy to talk to. He built a very successful practice. And if you want to talk about real estate, definitely a good person to talk to. Hey, anything else that you want to share?
Yeah, indeed, like real estate is so powerful in the way of wealth building, and I can deeply relate to his words of wisdom. So, I mean, it was not until a few years ago that I realized it's important maxim, right? So I read a book. It's very famous. Almost everyone, like read it. Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I was actually being depicted as a poor dad in the book. So I always strive to get a good grade, go to good school, get a stable job, and just work until I retire by reaching the 65 or so years old. But there was a really far from the truth of among all the rich people. So now I really appreciate what your father's really sharing with us. And I personally am really keen on finding a way to build my cash flow and then my wealth over time. And then real estate is definitely the one of the most viable investment vehicle for me as well. So I hope that all other people like me working in the finance industry or other profession can also come to know about this path to the wealth building over time. I mean, it doesn't have to be real estate per se, but anything that really makes more sense for you, right? Makes more sense for your investment philosophy. So as long as you find a good investment vehicle and then you educate yourself, then you stand to achieve the financial freedom down the road.
You hit the nail on the head. 100%. There's many investment vehicles out there. My father figured out at an early age that real estate was the path to wealth, and it proved. Actually, he's living proof that it actually worked for him.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I seen it with my own eyes. I mean, I lived a very good life. I mean, come from my father. He took care of me. Granted, that he helped me through my childhood, but through multiple cycles, our means of living never changed. To the 90s, never changed. 2008, I was in college. Nothing changed in our life. It's all because of his wise investments in real estate, the cash flow that he had. And for anybody out there, I mean, this is very important. Like I said, the real estate provides cash flow, the appreciation, the depreciation. You have all the tax benefits, which is unbelievable. We'll share about all that later on. And I hope everybody enjoyed this little clip. And if you have any questions, please let us know. What we'll do is, if you have a question, we could always have another video topic on that. Okay. And everybody, thanks again. Please like, share, subscribe. And until then, happy investing, everybody.
Happy investing, everyone. Yep.